move over to draft. Quick thank you to all of our sponsors: Red Bull, Inland 8V, Herbaland, No Frills, Cloakroom, and a new one, Uniting Gaming, are our
Ooh.
sponsors. Make it all happen. Make it all possible. Let's head over to draft. We have Shapov Fan Club has the first ban here. They are on blue side. We'll see what they ban up against SKT of gold. If you're a Shapov Fan Club guys, do you generally just ban what seem like comfort picks for SKT of gold?
I think for Shapov Fan Club, I think a large part of their game plan is having, the kind of stronger bot lane of a Kingsland. And we saw last week, okay, Buddy Gamer. So I wouldn't be surprised if quite a few bans went out towards the bottom side of the map, and then they were able to pick up those, tier one AD carry and bot laners.
Right. That Bard ban there for SKT of gold is obviously towards a Kingsland who is quite proficient on the champion, and has been spamming him non-stop in the last little while.
Hmm.
Uh, Vigar ban, Iloi ban. I always say Ilawi. Is that how you say it? I always say it wrong. Ban coming up for Shapov Fan Club as well.
All right, I think these are mostly just targeted bans, from what I could tell. Yeah, just targeted bans. Nothing all that surprising. Um, or despite what I said earlier, it wasn't impossible for them just to ban comfort. It does seem like what they're going to, and then they are going to pick, the one of the only kind of S tier characters here with Caitlyn for the first pick, but followed up by a Mumu for the second pick for SKT for butt gold.
SKT are gold, also picking up the Morgana here. Haven't seen an Amumu in a while. I don't know if he's been buffed recently, but Amumu Morgana is a pretty nasty team fight, a wombo combo team here. Let's see if they pick accordingly to that team comp as they go along. Silas and Echo picked up for Shapov Fan Club.
Wow. Um, yeah, this is looking like a pretty scary comp coming out of Shapov. I think they're gonna have a lot of, you know, pick potential here. They do have the Morgana on the side of SKT, but I don't think that's going to be enough to stop the pick potential on the side of Shapov, simply because they have a lot of magic damage that can go through that black shield.
I do think it also was important to take the Morgana in that scenario. You really don't want to give up like Morgana Caitlyn, obviously a very famous kill lane. It's one of Caitlyn's best. Um, though that being said, picking the Morgana does kind of give some Mia pings for me as to why you'd immediately ban Leona when you have the Morgana picked in. But I guess that's the way they're wanting to play it. Mordekaiser banned on the opposite side. Not too surprising. Mordekaiser is, you know, incredibly strong, very hard to deal with in a competitive format.
Now, the Morgana pick with the Master Yi, what I would expect from the support with a Master Yi would be a Lulu or Karma or someone that can buff up the Master Yi, right? Am I a little bit wrong on that assumption?
No, traditionally in competitive, we've seen things like that, either like a Yumi or specifically in the past we've seen
Mm.
Tark, and hopefully we don't see Tark picked again because no one wants to watch Funnel. Yeah, Tark's actually
Tark
banned
ban.
just to stop the very funnel. So it isn't what I'm looking for more than the Yi. If he doesn't end up getting the support, is probably him on just in played in more of a pressure way as opposed to more of assassinate them. He'd want to really just get some items as quickly as possible and then pose a threat and be able to clear jungle and snowball the lead that way, as opposed to actually 1v1ing people and necessarily killing them.
Absolutely, and I just realized this as I was talking about it. Is it possible that this Morgana is going mid and we're going to see a support pick here, Kang?
Oh yeah, absolutely possible. I think that
Mm.
Morgana is a pretty self-sufficient mid lane. Doesn't really need a lot of help. Pretty much AFK clear waves once she has a couple of items. However, she is immobile, and if they're able to blow the Black Shield cooldown, she can be very susceptible to ganks from the Echo. So I'd like to see how it's played, but I definitely do think that the Morgana does have a shot at being mid lane. But I think Morgana Jhin is a little bit more likely.
Yeah, and we had the Senna and Akali picks coming through for Shapov fan club. Senna Caitlyn bot lane feels a little bit toxic to me. The attack range on those two champions is going to be pretty rough to deal with.
Yeah, you know what? Is a very scary lane, but I gotta say, in terms of comp, I really don't like Shapov's fan club's comp. They have two champions that want to stay all the way at the back, and three champions that want to dive, and zero champions that can peel for the Master Yi. So it's going to be a lot on the jungler of SKT of Gold. I believe it's VQ playing it. If he can get a little bit ahead early, he has the potential to snowball this game way out of proportion.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm looking at this team. I'm looking at this poor Jin here as someone who has a what I found out earlier. Uh, I have a 20% win rate on Jin. Feels pretty bad to be going up against an Echo and an Akali who are just going to jump on you and kill you when you're trying to ult from way back in the back line. But Kang, what do you think? How do you feel about the team comps here? Who do you agree with Stefano?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Stefano here, but I mean, you could say the same thing, sort of, with SKT's comp, although to a lesser degree. Jin is someone who likes to set up traps and play front to back and sort of kite them out. Um, but I will say that I think that SKT has a slightly better mid game, but a worse late game. Like, it's gonna
Yeah.
be real rough for them to find their footing if they don't survive that early game, which, as we've seen in the past, Shapov, really hard early game team, like 15, 20-minute blowout games. If they
Hmm.
can survive, I could see them having a chance, but I mean, it's looking pretty. They've got a slim chance, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's interesting about Shapov's team is like if any of them get ahead, they are some of the most toxic champions to play against. Like a Fed Akali running at you was garbage, a Fed Echo, a
Yeah.
Fed Silas, like all of them. So I think if SKT can kind of survive the lane or do well in the lane and hopefully get some farm onto their Master Yi, I do think SKT does pose a very real threat in this game.
All right, well, let's see if SKT can play safe and stay alive into that mid game and maybe take game one away from Shapov Fan Club. We're going to take a quick competitive integrity break before we send it over to Wes and our new color caster, Intact, to cast this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a few.
All right, welcome everybody to the Manitoba Esports League. We got Shapov Fan Club versus SKT of Gold. My name is Wes Rambo, and I am joined by our brand new color caster and analyst, Intact. Say hello to the people, buddy.
Hey, what's up, man? I couldn't think of anywhere else I'd rather be right now.
Awesome. I love the enthusiasm. Yeah, we got Shapov versus SKTG coming in here. And before we read off the teams, we're going to take a look at a little invade coming in very quickly by SKTG. Looking for this. Okay, Buddy Gamer going to spot it out. And they managed to take out the ward. So nice job there by SKTG. Yeah, absolutely worth 10 gold. GG. Over on the blue side, we're starting with Shapov Fan Club. We got Reese's Pieces in the top line, Zohair in the jungle. It is Butterknife in the mid lane, despite the angry name that is on this particular account. Okay Buddy Gamer in the bottom lane on Caitlyn, and a Kingsland on the second ADC in support lane.
And opposite on the red side here, we got JL Star on the Amumu top side, V-Cube on the Mastery jungle, McXavier on his comfort pick, the Urgot mid lane, Esker on the Jhin, and Zimkara on the Morgana in the bot lane.
Yeah, already Reese's Pieces getting a little bit of damage onto JL Star. That is Amumu in the top lane, and you know, very, very interesting pick here. Doesn't feel like it's going to be really that effective against Akali, but I suppose we'll see. Clearly, there is some plan coming in. Grasp of the Undying there on that Amumu. Have you ever seen such a thing? intact.
Yes, actually, a Mumu top lane was something that was picked. I don't remember if it was last season or a couple seasons before, because actually he trades very effectively within the waves with his E, because the cooldown is reset upon being damaged, and when you take the aggro in the minion wave while trading, the
Sure,
minions
yeah.
can cause your E to have as low as maybe a 2 or 3 second cooldown.
You can be spamming it a lot. Actually, hang on a sec. Look at Butterknife getting solo killed really early by the Urgot mid. Not what he expected there on that Silas, and really, really well done there. Lots of salty question marks coming through in
And I was
the
actually about
chat.
to mention that while SKT, their draft might look questionable, but they are definitively the underdogs coming into it. I would
Absolutely.
prefer that they would be on their comfort picks, be on something to shake up rather than your standard draft, maybe to have the sort of chance by confusion almost. And you see that with the Urgot mid lane here, getting the early solo kill.
Yeah, not prepared for that. I totally agree. Going on those comfort picks is often the way to go. We will see if they are able to continue that, but it is going to be Urgot with the early lead in the mid lane, so nice job there by him. Meanwhile, the bot lane, you've got a nice a nice CS lead and a lot of damage. Caitlyn Senna, of course, very, very difficult lane to play against there. So we expect that lane to have a lot of pressure, and maybe Master Yi can show up there. Although, speaking of showing up, Master Yi coming into the top lane. Reese Peace is going to have to flash, but the stun comes in, and JL Star gets the first kill in the top lane. Assist going over to V Cube, and already it looks like SKTG is defying the odds in the early game.
And that's just disrespect coming out from Reese's Pieces. He knows that the Yi is starting bot side because they did see that invade coming through. They did get the vision pushing through on the top side in the early game. So they know that the Yi is going to be pathing top lane around level 3, yet he still chooses to push with no vision.
Yeah, McXavier, though, maybe getting a little too aggressive here, taking a lot of damage, but looks like he might get out. And there goes Butterknife, but actually Butterknife goes in too far. So Hale attacks the turret and is going to die as well. Double kill coming in from McXavier, and it's already getting ridiculous here. SKTG pulling out with a huge early lead in kills here. 500 gold already in their pockets, and it's looking good for McXavier.
And that's just a pure tilt play. You can imagine Butterknife was not happy being shown up with a solo kill earlier, and he wants to prove that he is the better mid laner, but he ends up just making it worse, going in for the dive, giving him the double kill.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to have to reset and reconsider here, as VCube going to show up towards the bottom lane, but going to get hit by that stun. Nothing really able to happen there. Morgana, of course, effective into the Senna in that situation, but JL Star, you can see, very confident now, going in for a stun onto Reese's Pieces, and JL Star continuing to bully out with this Grasp of the Undying. Look at that trading. That is just ridiculous, and like you said, a Mumu top. It's a dark horse pick, but it clearly there's something to it.
But while he's trading, he's also losing by 10 CS already at 4 minutes, 440. It's possibly one thing to note. Maybe he should pull back and farm a little bit here.
Yeah, and a Mumu, I mean, if you've ever jungled with him and tried to farm a lane or tax a lane, you know. Last hitting lane minions is not the thing that a Mumu is really designed for, so going to be a little difficult there. But this SKTG will be able to use this early lead in the mid lane in order to get some control of Dragon. And Kingsland went for the steal but isn't able to get anything, so that will be secured by V-Cube. And so he is going to get that first Infernal Drake very early on, 5 minutes in. So a little extra damage going over to the side of SKTG.
And with Mountain Drake being the next one, it's going to be a coin flip between the Cloud Drake and the Ocean Drake for the soul this game. And you'd imagine right now, if you're SKT, you're hoping right now that it's going to be Ocean.
Yeah, exactly right. So yeah, you'd want the Ocean Drake there. So Reese's Piece is now continuing to take some damage, and JL Star just, it looks like he doesn't care about farm at all. He's just going for the aggression every single time. Now JL Star, yeah, continuing to get some damage, although Reese's Piece is going to get the advantage here.
Gang.
Yeah, exactly. The Echo waiting in the wings, but maybe they're able to get away from that. Yeah, looks like JL Star will back off of that as this duel continues in the mid lane. McXavier going a little too far, but Butterknife not able to take advantage there. So he will be able to get the opportunity to recall or continue to keep that push.
Well, now that they've spotted Zohair on the top side, and you note that SKT does in fact have a good bit of vision on the bot side behind the Dragon Pit there. The Rift Herald spawns about 1:50. You'd think that maybe right now would be a good time for the Yi to swing by and help the Jhin Morgana, who's constantly being pushed in by the Caitlyn Senna, help them get that push and reset, and maybe they can rotate for a Rift Herald soon.
Exactly. Hang on, that was a hit there onto the Amumu, but not going to be of any use, and the Yi is coming down. Thanks for the reminder to my friend in Discord there, who reminded me that I forgot to put the team names. NA Production. And now a lot of damage going down once again by Xavier, and this Urgot is just absolutely bullying him out of lane. But here comes Zohair for the gank. Will Zohair be able to get anything? A lot of damage coming on, and the ult comes through, stolen there by Butterknife, and the shutdown goes towards the mid lane.
Yeah, and that's big for swinging things back for the Silas. You're getting that shutdown.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, so that shutdown coming through as well as a CS lead. Butterknife definitely going to be happy with that. Now JL Star goes for a stun. He needed to hit that because this looks like it might be a kill. Now JL Star uses the ultimate and actually goes for the bait, and that bait might almost be successful. Here's V-Cube gonna finish it off, and he does manage to get that kill. So I love the recall bait there coming in from Amumu. It looked like he was just giving up to his fate, but actually he was baiting there. Now no rest here as Zumkara and Eskir are getting aggressed upon by Kingsland and OK Buddy Gamer, but the trade's going back and forth pretty evenly. OK Buddy Gamer actually getting the worst of it, but the flash coming in, and the heal comes through to make that trade in the favor of SFC. Now Kingsland very low as well, but no more damage available to be put out there by Zumkara, and he's just gonna have to back off. Very low margins there, but just a little bit of split focus and not taking the Senna heal into the account is going to give Shapov the advantage.
And yeah, Shapov getting kills on both sides of the map here, but unluckily they're not in position to get any objectives off of this, although this does swing the gold favor back in them for 1.5k here.
Yeah, absolutely true, and it definitely is going to be the favor of Shapov Fan Club. We do expect, like we said, in the analyst desk portion, like they said, there is a pretty big rank discrepancy between these players. Very good start here from SKTG, but Shapov definitely are going to be able to put up a really good fight here. So we'll see if they continue to do that as Reese's Pieces actually gets stunned up under tower. That's a big deal, and does JL Star have ultimate? Not quite yet. If he had ultimate, that was definitely potential there, but JL Star looks like he's going for a full tank build here intact. No interest at all in any sort of ability power. Just wants to survive. Yeah, Abyssal Mask will give him a little damage here, but early on, just going for tankiness and utility. So,
and one important thing to note within all the action, hold on here.
Yeah, hang on a sec. Before we note that, here comes V-Cube, but he might get stunned up here. He does avoid the stun, but V-Cube taking a lot of damage. Will he be able to get the Q? He does get it, but Butterknife takes him down. Now Xavier with the ultimate finishes off Zohair, and Butterknife is pretty low on the outside, but we know that Urgot can heal pretty well. JL Star as well wandering down towards the mid lane, and they are going to aggress forward, but they know Akali's in the area, so we'll see if they are interested in doing anything there, and looks like they're not. They're just going to back off. Maybe another encounter up here near the Rift Herald, but no, they will go their separate ways.
That kind of lessens the point I was about to make, but regardless, one thing I was going to note was that the importance of Master Yi in this game, noting Shapov Fan Club's comp here. They have interesting comp with the triple dive assassin comp here. Yeah, without any reliable CC for this Yi. Yi got the kill on the top side when Reese's Pieces dived into the turret to accelerate him a little bit in this game. And you gotta be thinking right now that this Yi, you really want to stop him right now if you're a Shapov Fan Club.
Yeah, agreed.
Because in those late game fights, he's going to run over you if you let him go.
Yeah, Shapov on a bit of a clock. Oh, Xavier doesn't manage to get out of the ultimate, and actually the ultimate from Amumu was stolen there by Butterknife, and so he is going to stand in tower range and taunt V-Cube here as they do manage to pick up that kill once again onto Xavier's Urgot. He has already completed a Death's Dance very early in this game, but because of that mid lane kill, they get control of the dragon.
And now with Mountain Drake up, Shapov are already on top of it with Mr. Xavier down here.
Yeah, Xavier not able to do anything there. Zumkara getting targeted by the ultimate and has to back off very low, especially because he got hit by that Q, and a nice flash coming in from Zohair. Manages to get that, as well as the max range Senna stun taking down Eskir. Really nice play there by the jungler and ADC of Shapov Fan Club in order to get those 2 kills in the bot lane. That's going to allow a huge push to come in from the bot lane of Shapov.
And you have to be wondering, why are Xair and Zukara
Yeah.
walking so far up there with no vision. They know they're on the Drake. They know there's multiple players.
Yeah, I agree. That looks like just a bit of lack of map awareness there coming through. JL now. The Bilgewater Cutlass has been completed here onto Reese's Pieces, and so JL Star's going to have a bit more trouble defending against this because he, of course, is rushing Magic Resist, and that's an attack damage item, so those auto attacks might do quite a bit of damage here, and any sort of physical. Xavier, though, still pretty strong, still has a completed item, as opposed to his counterpart Butterknife, who's got pieces only, but has double buffs as well after taking down Xavier earlier. So pretty even matchup continues, but Butterknife continues to be ahead in the farm department, and so we'll see if that pays off for him.
And interestingly, so far there's been absolutely zero attempt to set up for this Rift Herald so far. You do see a single control ward for the side of, hold on here.
Yeah, the flash comes in, and there's the ultimate coming in from Butterknife as well, but nothing going to happen there. Xavier actually critically missed that dash there where he could have knocked him back. And if he hits that, it's a much different play. But the Rift Herald, like you say, not going to be focused at all, although the action is in that area right now. They're collapsing in, and the Akali is up on the top. It looks like they might catch Reese's Pieces here, and SKT but Gold is all coming down.
Their bot
5
lane's rotated
strong
up
here. All of them are near the Rift Herald, and the hit comes in again from the Amumu. Really nice max range stun. Now it is Butterknife in the back line, trying to get a bunch of damage, but he's the one who's outnumbered at this point. JL Star going to keep fighting him, and he misses the heal coming in. JL Star going to continue to take damage as the Sylas has a lot of sustained damage. Zohair, though, is Zohair going to be able to get the stun? They don't realize it, and JL Star splashes away with a sliver of health and still manages to survive, but Butterknife has survived so long here, and just nothing going to happen. So tanky, so much healing, and he continues to heal up. Butterknife is going crazy in this fight as he has survived so long. It looks like the tide is turning. The double kill and the finished off from Reese's Pieces come in. Shapov handily win that fight after a chaotic start.
And I was just about to say, before that fight broke out, despite the wards coming in from Shapov, they were not rotating their bot lane up. They were sending their bot lane back. So they weren't priorities of the Rift Herald, but they still win the 3v5 anyway, even though SKT did rotate their bot lane up.
Yeah,
they blow so much of their resources on taking down the Akali early in the fight that they don't have anything left to kill the Sylas. He's just running the train on them through the rest of it.
Exactly. They had to use 2 Amumu Qs here. Now, Eskier actually going to step up pretty far, but critically dodges that Senna stun there. And yeah, you know, really astutely put there. It was, you know, them focusing so much on the Akali that just nothing was able to be committed to taking down the other members of the team, and you really need that crowd control for the Sylas. Xavier now up against 2 levels up. Butterknife here, and 10 stacks already on the Medjais. So definitely going to be pretty difficult now from the side of SKTG here to get anything done.
Despite the good early game from SKT, they've fallen 7k gold behind now at 15 minutes, and you can look, it's not even just the kills. A large source of this is the CS discrepancies through all the lanes. You see 30 CS up on the top side, 20 in the mid lane, actually 60 CS up in the bot lane. It's just nowhere close for these laners right now.
Yeah, absolutely. JL Star as well, you know, continuing to lose these trades, even though he's got a good amount of items here, but does not critically have that Abyssal Mask yet. And so it is going to be the mid laner and jungler from SKTG collapsing towards that Rift Herald, but a lot of vision has already been created here. And there's Butterknife with huge damage onto Eskier. He's got a flash away from that, so key
and
cooldown
yeah, you think
burn.
the focus right now wouldn't be the Rift Herald right now. The Dragon is coming up in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see if the Dragon is able to be taken down. It is actually SKTG who have control of the vision around there for now. But we'll see what they're able to do. Here's Zumkara.
It's interesting. Butterknife is playing very far up with no vision. The TP is coming in behind him from JL Star.
Misses the stun on JL Star, but he does ultimate, and this is going to be a lot for Butterknife to deal with. The ultimate from Morgana as well comes down, but interrupted here, and the Stopwatch has to be used. JL Star misses the timing on the stun. Now it is Xavier going down. Double kill from Butterknife as well, and he is just popping off in this game. The flash from Zohair, such aggressive play on the Echo, and uses the ultimate to get back away, but Butterknife going back in, almost takes too many tower shots, but he still survives. An ace coming in as Kingsland finishes off the bot laner of SKTG, and SFC has now taken full control of this game.
And this is a 3v5. It doesn't matter how imbalanced these fights are. It doesn't matter how many people they send. They just can't take down Butterknife and the boys behind him.
Yeah, it's like they don't even need a tank because they've got this Silas just constantly healing up, constantly avoiding damage, and, you know, soaking up cooldowns. Really, really impressive stuff there coming in from Shapov Fan Club.
And you imagine now is just the timer is ticking down right now. How many minutes is it until that SKT loses this game? I just don't see them coming back at all in any world.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked really good in the early game. We got excited for the underdogs to maybe have a bit of a chance, but, you know, should we really be surprised? Very impressive work from Shapov Fan Club to continue to come back into this game. Pardon me.
Yeah, and right now they're just drowning.
Yeah.
Their jungle doesn't even belong to them anymore. Okay, Buddy Gamer and Reese's PC is just bullying VCube out.
And Reese's is going in on this for sure. Nice Q there coming in by VQ, but Reese's Pieces too tanky for that. Now, yeah, he might be stuck here. Looks like we'll see if they're able to collapse on him. Reese's Pieces way in no man's land and trying to pull some sort of juke here. Reese's Pieces looks like the cooldown's going to be there to go over the wall. Zoomkara, though, has already used the stun, and the ultimate comes in from Xavier. Shut down onto the Akali, but hang on. Does Butterknife have something to say about this? Does so much damage with that spell because that Medjai's is so stacked up, but Xavier gonna shut him down. That is an overcommit come in from Butterknife there. Really well done to capitalize, and yeah, maybe a little bit of an interesting play there coming in from Butterknife.
And maybe now you do have a slight avenue coming back in the game. Xavier got 1,400 gold from the shutdowns on both Reese's Pieces and a Butterknife there.
Yeah.
Diving in way too far with no support.
Yeah, just an overcommitment, maybe a little overconfidence now that they've taken the lead so strongly. And mid lane turret is going to be lost as a result, most likely. The demolished stack's looking down, but actually Kingsland doing a nice job of defending so far. But yeah, this turret is going to go down. Zohair, though, coming in with the stun. See if Zohair is able to get anything. He gets 2 on the stun. JL Stars to flash away. Are they going to re-engage? Reese's Pieces now goes into the backline, but already players are falling. Eskir, very low. Reese's Pieces takes him as well, and that Akali is so fed. V-Cube going to keep going away. V-Cube goes down to the double kill from Reese's Pieces, and now Xavier is just getting so low. 4v1 coming in. Triple kill coming in from Reese's Pieces, and the ace finished off by Butterknife. And just when you thought there might be a chance, Shapov Fan Club snatches it away. Really, really nice work there coming in from Shapov.
And it's so hard to watch. Xavier's just 1v9. He's trying so hard. But it's almost like his teammates are just walking Medjai stacks for Butterknife here.
yeah, really good way to put that there. Definitely doesn't feel like they're contributing a lot more than that. And now the Rift Herald has been spawned in the mid lane. See if JL Star is interested in this fight. I don't see why he would be. But because finally intact, that Abyssal Mask has been completed 20 minutes into the game. First item doesn't bode well.
Yep, 2 items for almost everyone on the side of Shapov, and then your top laner with the 78 CS at 20 minutes finally gets his first one.
Yeah, really unfortunate circumstances there. Like you say, Xavier really having such a great game, but his team kind of crumbling around him. So we'll see if they can continue to pull it back. You know, what they've got to do, as far as we can tell, is get Shapov Fan Club to continue overcommitting and, you know, play on that overconfidence that they might be showing. So we'll see if they can continue to do that as the 4th dragon will spawn in 1:30, and nobody's on soul points, so definitely could still see that contested or given up.
But still, it's just such a simple equation for Shapov to close this game out.
Yeah.
You have TPs only on the Akali and the Mumu, not on your mid laners, and definitely Mumu cannot match Akali in any world. So if you just send Reese's Pieces down to the bot side with the TP, force the Amumu to match, have the 4v4 on the top side jungler and the Baron, either Akali solo kills the Amumu on the bot side, or you force the 4v4 on the Baron and the Akali just TPs and you win that anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the only. It looks like the only thing that SKTG really has as a really solid win condition is that Master Yi you mentioned, because as you said, the crowd control is not consistent or reliable at all. Here comes, speaking of Master Yi, VCube does finish off that red buff, but will he be able to do much else? So Hair gonna do a lot of damage to him. VCube so close, but not quite enough yet, and Eskir not even close at all to taking down Reese's Pieces, as 2 members will go down. That's a 3v5 situation on the map right now.
And you know what they say, death is the best CC, so I guess they do have reliable
Yeah.
CC.
Yeah, that's
Just kill
true.
him and he can't do anything.
That's true. He's definitely not moving if he's in the fountain. Zoomkara now going to get taken down by Kingsland with the long range ultimate. Xavier now kind of out in no man's land here. Does a lot of damage, but Xavier going to be collapsed upon, and he goes down in a blaze of glory, but doesn't manage to get anyone in the process. So that is the key member of SKTG now killed, and inhibitor turrets are the focus.
And there's only one message I'm being sent from the fact that...
Sorry to interrupt you with a guttural reaction
Yeah,
there.
I think that deserves one.
Yeah, and now Butterknife very, very aggressive up into the base here, and we'll see Eskir actually...
Okay, the Mumu ulti on the minions.
Yeah, Mumu ulti misses, and we'll see if VCube is able to do anything here. Does use the Q to go in, and keeps trying to auto-attack, but doesn't get anything. Oh, so close, but it's just the scaling has not been enough.
They just want the kills.
Yep,
and I was
they're
about to
just-
say, the fact that they don't focus the inhib, they don't focus the Baron just means one thing. They want to stall out the game. They want to get the KDAs up.
There you go. They want to pad those stats, but the inhibs inevitably fall, and this may be the final push at this point, with the Master Yi and Morgana both many seconds away. JL Star now goes down to the focus, but now health bars are getting a little bit low. We'll see. You know,
This is where Xavier gets a pentakill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it makes Xavier or VQ
Okay, not with that
spawning
ulti.
up here. Yeah, no, the ulti goes down. Master Yi maybe could clean this up. We'll see if they're able to get any damage down, but looks like they may back off here. Reese's Pieces takes a tower shot, and Zoomkara, such huge damage that Caitlyn is gigantic right now. V-Cube gets stunned, and also stuns up the Morgana.
Trolling.
Flashes in, so Hair. Oh no. So Hair.
V-Cube is trolling his support.
V-Cube not paying attention to where that stun area was, and now that may decide the game. As a matter of fact, going to be some choice words in the Discord there, as this could be it. Xavier, Eskir, V-Cube, and JL Star trying to hold this off, and will they back off? It looks like they might back off here. But hang on. Yeah, there goes the Master Yi. Will he be able to use the resets? No, Silas does get away, and here comes Silas coming in. So much damage already. Kingsland now on a rampage, and
It's
Butterknife
just
on a
all of
rampage
them
as well.
together.
Yeah, Xavier not going to be able to get anything done besides that one kill, and this game is over, folks. In 24 minutes, Shapov Fan Club take game 1 against SKT of Gold.
And that was very convincing. SKT but Gold just crumble. Shapov draft the full skill check comp, and they make it work, just completely destroying them.
Yeah, definitely, definitely true. The skill check is exactly what this game was, and Shapov Fan Club coming out on